This is Attack from Pantheon Plus doing a Plus profile. That's where I take MMO gamers and I give them a little bit of space to tell their gaming history and what they're excited about for Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. Today we have Pantheon Plus profile number 20. This is the 20th one, so that's super exciting. And it's Xellic, the Elven Ranger. And I get to game with him in EverQuest a little bit, and we're doing some tabletop gaming, so this was super exciting. So here we go, onward and upward. I hope you enjoy it.
It's going to be Xellic. I picked up that name in EVE Online and sort of turned into a running joke on P99 when I started playing, because Ranger's dying, Ranger gating, all that. So I made my surname Lived, so every time you see me it says Xellic Lived, and so you see a naked Ranger that says Xellic Lived. So that will probably be the name I stick with. I'm going to have an Elf Ranger for sure. I'm going to have another one. I haven't decided on the other one yet. That one will probably be my dedicated raid tune, unless the Ranger becomes a very viable raid tune. But I like to have one dedicated raider and one tune for running around and meeting people and doing, all the things. I do. I am in the Plus Guild. Heard about it through P99. I was feeling nostalgic during the 15th anniversary of EverQuest and decided to install P99 and try that out for the first time. And they just kind of started talking about, oh, did you hear about the Kickstarter for Pantheon? No, let me go check it out. Oh, I missed it. I'm going to have to go with EverQuest. And honestly, what I liked about it was two things. One, the challenge, because at the time it was still in the era of games being challenging and the reward being the success versus playing the game to chase rewards. And also because it was my first love, my first MMO, and I always go back to it. That one is meeting my wife. I think it was Plains of Power at the time. Some friends and I had put together kind of a sort of secret raiding club through channels where we tried to snipe kills before our guilds figured them out and got them. And one of my best clerics was best friends with my wife. And she pulled my wife into playing the game. And one day she's like, hey, I'm normally call who is now my wife and wake her up in the morning before work because she hates alarm clocks. But I'm going to pass out. So here's her phone number. Call her and wake her up for me. One thing led to another, and we've been married for 15 years now and still play on P99 and all sorts of other games together. That one's a toss-up. Avatar War was tough, but it wasn't tough because the mechanics were hard. It was essentially a cleric check. But other than that, I'd have to say it was either Algalon the Observer in World of Warcraft or hard mode Kill Jaden during Legion. PvE, hands down. I tried PvP out in World of Warcraft, and I just don't find the appeal in having the other faction camping all of your quest hubs and murking you repeatedly while you're just trying to get some leveling done. Definitely an altaholic, but I sort of main my alts, if that makes sense. I'll make one alt, and then I'll level that alt up, and then I'll make another one and level that one, instead of having a whole slew of low-level alts. I love crafting in MMOs. I have to say Vanguard was my favorite. The idea of the community crafting system to build the ships and the guild halls and all of that stuff just really appealed to me. But even as painful as EverQuest crafting was, I felt compelled to max out all the crafting skills on each character I made and then just divvy up which one went over 200 between the different characters. My favorite gaming food is going to be cheddar and sour cream chips with ranch dip. My keyboard hates it. I love it. And I have to keep wet naps by my keyboard because of that. And then you'll never catch me without either a Mountain Dew or a Monster. It's my mouse. When I was a kid, on my right hand, I broke the first knuckle on the finger, and I shattered the middle knuckle, both on the middle finger there. And so it likes to sort of lock out really easy. And it takes me a long time to find a mouse that both is heavy enough for me, but also has a deep enough curve that my middle finger doesn't have a tendency to straighten out and is more comfortable to rest on. I just want to say how excited I am for all the progress that the game has been making lately. Between all of the new development tools they've got, the revamped and streamlined process for developing, the new members they're picking up for the team, both in the more permanent position with Nefel and the contract work that they've opened up. It's really exciting to see all of these things kind of coming to fruition right now. And so I just, kudos to the team for figuring out how to get this all together and really starting to steam ahead here. March 19th, 2024. That's the 25th anniversary of EverQuest is on March 16th, and that's a Saturday. So you can have your 25th anniversary event weekend on P99 and on EverQuest Live. And then the following Tuesday, when sales data starts tracking for the Tuesday through Monday cycle, you can now launch Brad McQuaid's Brainchild right on the 25th anniversary of his first big brainchild.